I'm 3 on your side's Gary Harper. A Mesa man says he recently received a rather interesting phone call. He says the person on the other end claimed to be a loved one and that person was in some serious trouble. Turns out it was actually a well-organized scam. Robert Morrison says he recently got a phone call.
Hello, this is Robert.
And what the person on the other end had to say kind of startled him.
When I answered the phone, there was a female voice on it, and the first thing was, "Grandpa, I'm in trouble."
Robert didn't know it, but he was being targeted with something the Federal Trade Commission calls the family emergency scam. That's when scammers pose as a relative and claim to have an emergency. In this case, the female scammer was posing as Robert's 24-year-old granddaughter who said she broke her nose in an alcohol-related car crash and was in jail. The voice, did it sound like your granddaughter's?
Not really. I mean, even if she had a broken nose and that sort of thing, so that was one of the clues. I'm thinking, well, I'm not real sure.
Next up, the scammer says their attorney, which is actually another con man working in tandem, will be calling.
She kept stressing that. He's really nice. He's been a good, really good fellow. He's court-appointed.
Now, when the so-called attorney calls, there's a request for money, bail money.
Well, he starts explaining what's happened. She's going to be arraigned. This is the court docket number, and we have to get the money in pretty quick.
Robert wrote down all the information on this paper.
Okay, this is Anthony Davis was the gentleman that purported to be the attorney, and this was the case number.
But Robert says something just fell off during this conversation.
The more I started talking to him, the more, shaky the thing sounded.
Fortunately, Robert didn't fall for the scam and never sent any money, but countless senior citizens do, thinking a loved one is in need of help.
The supposed granddaughter said, "I am so embarrassed by this, Grandpa. I'm so sorry," really trying to play on the sympathy card.
Now, these scammers really like to target just about anybody, but their preference is the senior citizen community, so be careful. I'm Gary Harper, 3 on your side.